Welcome into CSM Field for another week of Legends Baseball. I'm Nate Martin, and today I'll be joined by a very special guest. Owner, founder, does it all. David Klein, Captain Fun, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on, Nate. I'm very excited to do color with you today and talk about these great legends that we have out here today. I like to teach. And so if we have any kids out there listening, you're going to be learning some things. And this should be a good competition today between two great teams, and excited to call it with you, Mr. Nate.
Yeah, awesome to have you on. Looking forward to today's game. It's the first game of the week for the Legends. They were supposed to play yesterday against the San Francisco Seagulls, but the game got postponed. So an off day, 2 off days in a row, in fact, for the Legends as they head into a stretch that includes the Merchants today and the Sonoma Stompers tomorrow.
Yeah, I was out there with a lot of the players today out at camp. Some of them are likely a little tired, but that's what we do here. We coach up kids during the day, then we get out there and we put on a show for them in the afternoon. So beautiful day out here and excited to call a game. So let's see what we got here. We got AJ out of Columbia on the Hill. I believe he started last week as well, same day. And took a loss or a tougher outing against a good Crawdads team.
Yeah, he did start Wednesday's game against the Crawdads. That was a loss. The Legends also lost to the Crawdads on Sunday as the leadoff man, Jordan Bolden, starts off with a single into right field. The first runner is on, and Valle already under some pressure from the Merchants lineup.
Now batting the right fielder, number 44, Aiden Carlos.
Yeah, a nice piece of hitting right there. Ball's off the plate away, and you saw he went away with it. Interesting, AJ, although starting, is going from the stretch today, which you don't typically see out of a starter. That would be a balk, which was not called, I believe.
As he gathers himself on the mound. Valle working with a 4-pitch mix. Has a cutter and a sinker that he uses as his fastballs, and then to slow things down, he's got a slider and changeup as well to get some of that more swing and miss stuff. As Aiden Douglas approaches from the left-hand side, first pitch from Valle is called for strike one. Excuse me.
Looks like he's painting the corners 84 miles per hour on the outside corner. Leadoff guy on, lefty up. I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to go first to third right here. Guy's trying to put the ball in right field. High leg kick from AJ, so he's got to maybe cut that down, or else this guy's going to be off to the races here very soon.
That is called for ball one to even up the count. Catching today for Valle is Ben Seminara, his teammate at Columbia. They've caught together a couple times this season.
Yeah, always nice to be throwing to the catcher of choice, someone who he's comfortable with, so that's going to help. From the slide step on that one, guy punched it right through. Another good piece of hitting going opposite field on the away pitch.
But crucially, as you were kind of hinting at, it didn't go into right field, and likely the leadoff man would have made it to third there. Instead, you have runners at first and second. Definitely could have been worse, but not in ideal situations for the Legends to be in right now.
Yeah, definitely. Later in the game, later in the order, I would typically want to throw down a bunt in summer collegiate ball like this, but it's summer collegiate ball. We want the guys to get their hacks, so I'm assuming he's going to be hacking away, seeing it's early in the game and the 3-hole hitter. But we'd be...
Up to bat now is Rocco Borelli, first baseman. He's batting from the right-hand side with runners on first and second. On deck right now is Casey Levitt McGee, the left fielder.
And AJ here is looking for a double play.
Instead, that'll be hit into right field, going back, and unable to make the grab is Felsch. That will be a run for the Legends potentially. First throw comes, and instead it will be a double to score a run. Merchants take a 1-0 lead here early.
If there's one thing we're seeing that the Merchants are doing well with their first 3 at-bats of the day is all 3 were opposite field strokes. AJ's actually making a few decent pitches. They're just taking what he's given them and going the other way with it. So now they're in a tough spot. Contact scores a run. Open base right here. I would imagine he's going to go with something off speed. for his first pitch right here. Interesting, the corners are, third base is in, middle infield's back.
I get a strike one called there.
Cutter, change it. 81 miles per hour.
On the 81 mile an hour changeup.
81 mile per hour changeup is pretty firm considering his fastball is mid 80s as well. But good pitch, good placement nonetheless.
Another good pitch there. 86 on the inside, called for a ball. Evens things up.
Yeah, early in the game right here. Later in the game, I would probably think about putting moving at least the corners in, try and cut off that run. But I think we're trying to work for some outs right here.
That's what you kind of have to do. It's early in the game. We know this Legends lineup can get hot if needed, as he'll be tagging the runner at first. Run scores, but runner also advances to third. First out of the game.
Now batting the catcher, number 14, Frank Zapata.
As that brings up Frank Zapata, the catcher. We'll go through the Merchants lineup right now. Bolden and Takla started things off, followed by Borelli and Levitt McGee. Frank Zapata's to the plate. He's catching. He's batting fifth. Followed by Vicente Feliciano, 6th. Blake Jacobs, 7th. Jacob Orneas, 8th. And Xavier LaCours, 9th. First pitch. Swung at, hit to the second baseman, fielding. Watanabe will get the out at first, but a run comes across the plate, making it a 3-run first inning for the Merchants.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Vicente Feliciano.
You know, on the offensive side right there, while wasn't a hard hit ball, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're trying to get up there early and hit the first hittable pitch you see, knowing that most likely any level of contact is going to score a run right there, especially with the infield back. And you saw he got up there early in the count. It did exactly what he was supposed to do.
So now Valle working with 2 outs to Feliciano. First pitch called for a ball. Valle played the Merchants a couple weeks back on the 12th. Pitched for 3 innings, gave up 3 earned runs and a 7-9 loss. Second pitch, swing and a miss, called for strike 1.
That double to right fielder Rowan Felch just took kind of a rough angle to it, kind of broke inwards, and it just kind of sailed on him. We've seen here at CSM that ball does kind of get up there in the jet stream to right field where there's not a lot of trees. So lefties who pull, righties who go middle away, they're going to have some success out there.
Yeah, we have noticed, I mean, if you ever attend a game at CSM, you know it can get chilly, it can get windy. That stream definitely felt there in right field, as it is now 1-2. The pitch is outside, called for ball 2. Yeah, it was a tough play for Felch to make. Just missed it. Reached out, but couldn't make the play, and instead run came across the plate, kept the started the rally there, and now 2 outs, 3 runs across the plate. Valle just looking to get out of the inning here. That is fouled off. The count stays 2-2. It's the slider there from Valle.
Pretty sharp little backdoor slider right there. He was lucky to get a piece, kind of running off the outside part of the plate right now. Let's see if he goes back to it right here. It'll be interesting to see how the Legends respond, knowing that they have scratched across a few wins, and now we're playing from behind with these guys.
I mean, if there's one thing that this Legends lineup to do, they like to play from behind. Both the Legends and Legacy. Teams can get runs on them early, but they always fight back. We saw it last week at times against the Crawdads. We saw it from the Legacy a few times last week as well. The 13-12 win over the Alameda Anchors comes to mind on Friday night. Instead, full count pitch will be strike 3 looking. Valle ends the inning with a K. With 3 runs come across the plate. Legends lineup now up to bat. It will be Jung Goldberg, Felch, and Avila to the plate. Welcome back in. Bottom of the first.
John Goldberg.
It'll be Hayden John Goldberg, Rowan Felch, and JP Avila to start things off. 1, 2, and 3. And on the bump tonight for the Merchants, it's Mitch Hunter. John Goldberg has been one of the de facto lead men for the Legends lineup, batting .350 on the year with a .567 OBP. Solid start to the season for the center fielder.
Yeah, and this guy just finds a lot of barrels. He crushed it all year long at Monterey Peninsula. I believe he's a local Palo Alto guy and got some level of a ride to Santa Clara next year. I'd imagine he's going to jump right into their starting lineup. Hit for a lot of power during the year. And you could see, like, this guy just hits. Really short, simple swing. Lot of singles up the middle, but can also hit for some power, too. At least we saw that with a metal bat in his hands all spring long.
Yeah, and with the wood bat there, 88 past the second baseman to get on base. It's a leadoff single for John Goldberg, improving the average on the year. That's already pretty high. Now up to the plate, another Palo Alto native. It's Rowan Felch.
And of course, Rowan, second-year Legends returner, playing on his home field, UC Irvine bound. A similar situation for the Legends as far as how we started the game. Very similar to the Merchants, with a lefty up second with a runner on first base.
John Goldberg was thinking about going there instead. Head back to the first. Felch, the player of the week this past week for the Legends. Came across the plate a couple of times. Average in the high 300s this week. It was a up and down week for the Legends. Lost a couple of games to the Crawdads. Got some back, including a win Saturday against Walnut Creek. They're kind of Walnut Creek and Menlo Park kind of battling it out for first place right now in the CCL Nerf as John Goldberg heads to second and will be out.
Strong throw by the catcher, a little off center, but certainly quick release and got rid of it in time. Ball sailed a little bit left, but guy put on a pretty good tag right there.
But also important to note, 3 pitches to Felch all have been called for balls. It's 3-0 to the lefty.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know if he went on his own or if that was a called send. Typically down 3-0 early in the game right here, especially, what is it, a 2-0 count. Not a typical time. Well, at the time, I think it was 2-0. Not the time to really send a guy, but is what it is. You can see here struggling a little bit, so we'll start all over again with a guy on first.
Guy on runner on first is Felch with 1 out, coming up to the plate.
Number 30, J.P. Avila.
It's JP Avila. Last game for the Legends went 2 for 5 against the Crawdads, including a double.
You know, I haven't gotten to know JP very much, just kind of looking at him, but you get up close to this guy. This is the type of guy where if you went on a long hike in the woods and you looked off to the corner, you might see this. This is the type of guy you'd see, you know, as like a lumberjack. He just looks the part. He's got a handlebar mustache, big old strong dude, but a really nice guy, and had a great year at Kenyatta, and we're excited to have him. Currently unplaced right now, it looks like, so he's hoping to put up some good numbers this year and find a new home.
And he had a good game last week, as mentioned, this season in the CCL, working with a .231 average, but a couple RBIs.
Ooh.
That'll be on over to first. This Legends team definitely more aggressive on the base paths. You saw John Goldberg go to second, was thrown out, but you know, you have a lot of guys that are comfortable stealing bags, especially, you know, little infielders. Seen Watanabe steal a couple bags.
Yeah, Rowan can run a little bit. Ran a little bit this year at TSM. Really good athlete, strong arm. He's got tools for sure.
And John Goldberg this past season in Monterey Peninsula was 27 for 28 on stolen base attempts. 1-0 pitch to Avila. Just the curveball there. It'll be called 2-0.
Pitcher's averaging around a 1.5 to the plate. So typically if a catcher is about a 2-0, you combine the catcher's pop time with the pitcher's pitch time, and we're talking about 3.5 to the plate. So, typically what you would do when you're putting in steals and things like that, finding out who your base runners are, is you'll find out that base runner's time from first to second base, and you'll know, hey, if you're a 3-4 from your 12-foot lead to second base, that you can run on a guy like this because the combined time is less than what we're seeing right here, which is a 3.5 to the plate.
Foul ball there, 105 miles an hour off of the bat of Avila, who, as you mentioned, David, had a great season at Kenyatta. 313 average. Had some power on the bat as well. 8 home runs. 3-1 pitch. Hit into left field. That will be a single for Avila. 2 on here for the Legends in the bottom of the first, who are looking to the game back into reaching distance. And a guy with some pop to his bat. It's Vaskin Smith. Had a home run in Saturday's game against the Crawdad.
Yeah, this guy's funny. Like, you wouldn't think this guy looks more like a speedy center fielder, but 2 home runs in a game the other day, about a week or 2 ago, which was impressive.
I think it was against the Merchants as well.
Correct. On the road. He might have had a double that game too, but or maybe not. But the guy rakes, and he's not a big guy. Nice short swing out of New Mexico.
Felch perhaps getting a little too greedy there with his lead. Might have been looking to steal third instead. Forced to go back to second. Count remains 0-0.
You saw the pitcher did throw out of the slide step, and it was a 1 flat. So, but he is slow out of the leg kick. So I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps going back to it. See how the slide step right there. There we go.
Runners will advance to second and third on the ball. It'll be a passed ball to Vaskin Smith. 1-0 here.
So Vaskin in this situation, a 1-0 count, runners on second and third, less than 2 outs. Same approach as we saw before. He's looking for a pitch early in the count, first hittable pitch, and he's looking to elevate. Elevate and celebrate. A ball in the outfield right here will result in a run. I'm assuming the middle infield will be back. A ground ball up the middle will do it too. You kind of just want to stay away from the corners.
That's what Vaskin Smith will be trying to do here. He's entering his freshman year at New Mexico from Rio Ranch.
You can play some music.
And he was a 2-sport athlete in high school. Played football. His local team.
In talking with college coaches these days, what I will say is, and you getting so many kids out there playing 9, 10, 11 months out of the year, they're showing up on the scene, and they're not just mentally burned out from the years of 100-plus games of travel ball, but their arms are more vulnerable to injury. And so we're seeing that these college coaches more and more, they will typically favor those like a Vaskin Smith who play multiple sports, whose bodies are a little fresher and not so much baseball wear and tear.
And also kind of provides some different athleticism. Football, a sport where you really have to be sprinting a lot, definitely helps with Smith's base running ability, as that is looked at for strike 1.
Yeah, that's not a pitch he's looking for. Far off the inside corner. Definitely a good take right there. And you're right. When I played football in high school, I was a tight end, and right after the season, working on quick footwork and stuff, I was a catcher. I was in incredible shape every year coming out of football, and I, to this day, think that I was a much better ball player solely because I played football.
1 pitch to Smith. And will be... Didn't go around there. Count goes to 2-1 for the righty.
Maybe a little bit of a makeup call right there. I think that call might have caught the outside corner, but we'll take it. 2-1 after a curveball. I would be sitting dead red fastball right now.
Fastball from Hunter is a sinker, sitting around 80. Instead goes to Speed again. Count is evened up at 2-2.
Vaskin sounds like he was probably thinking what I was thinking and was sitting dead red fastball and was willing to spit on the curveball. Let's see if he goes back to it 2-2 right now. I would not be surprised if he tried to throw it off the outside corner again. No, it didn't.
Instead goes to the sinker as that is hit up into the middle of the infield. Felch will stay at third. That is a tough second out for the Legends lineup.
Yeah, that's, aside from a strikeout, that's
it's the same thing as a strikeout, really, in this
basically
scenario.
the last thing you want right there.
First baseman, number 32.
Runners stay at second and third. Brings up Jordan Crawford. Another
2 outs, runners in scoring position, good hitter up. Pitcher wants to be a little pickier right now and nibble in this type of situation.
Crawford, the lefty from Las Vegas, batting fifth in the lineup today. First pitch looked at for ball one.
As I mentioned, I think they're going to be nibbling right there. We saw a changeup on the outer half. Again, I would be sitting dead red fastball right now.
Second pitch, 1-0. Runners on second and third with 2 gone. Crawford hits that one into the gap. It will be a gap double at least. No, stays at first. Instead, it will be a 3-2 game. 2 RBI single for Crawford. Brings the lead to 1 for the Merchants. It's 3-2. The bases clearing single.
Shortstop, number 15, Kevin Shea.
And that was just a great piece of hitting on a pitch that lefties like me typically love, which is a little down, a little in. Did exactly what he was supposed to do with it.
And that's been another strength of this Legends lineup. 2 out hitting. Batters like Crawford stepping up to the plate, making clutch plays. Does that bring up Kevin Shea to the plate? Looks at that one for 0-1. Another lefty.
A lot of lefties for this Legends team. It'll be interesting to see how we stack up late in the season versus good lefty arms. Are we going to be able to run some of these lefties out there? Or are we going to have a righty-dominant lineup who could carry some weight? But
Hit up, and that will be the force out at second, the end of the inning. Legends put 2 on the board, but are still down by 1 as we enter the top of the second. 3-2. Valle returns to the bump. Welcome back in here, top of the second.
Leading off the second for the Merchants, number 20, designated hitter Blake Jacobs.
Nate Martin here with Legends founder and CEO David Klein. Blake Jacobs to the plate, the DH. His first time facing Valle this evening. Valle gave up 3 runs in the top of the first, but also, crucially, I think, ended the inning with a strikeout. That's a good way to carry momentum into your next inning of work, and continues it right there with the strike 1 looking. Valle this past season for Columbia made 4 appearances He's a strikeout guy, as mentioned. 4 strikeouts and only 2 1/3 of innings of work. As that is hit towards the shortstop, Shea throwing, and will be out at first. Quick out 1 for Valle, crucially. After that last inning where you let the first 3 batters on.
Yeah, now that we got a few of those runs back, it takes a little pressure off AJ. He can hopefully settle in, get in a rhythm right now, maybe get us through 5. I do think the Legends will continue to find success versus the hitters, versus their pitcher. So we'll see.
Another piece
this will be good. This will be a good quick inning. We'll hopefully get his pitch track back on track right now. Legends a little light on pitching right now, so we're definitely going to ask our starters to go 5-6 if they can.
Valle wasn't traditionally used as a starter in Columbia, but has been starting a lot for the Legends here. Has usually been starting these midweek games. Started against the Crawdads last week. Merchants a couple weeks back here at home as well, as that'll be ball 1. Almost hit the batter, which is Xavier LaCour.
I will say, AJ's got some pretty sharp breaking stuff from what I've seen so far.
Always tough when you're the batter. 1-0 pitch. Kind of in a similar location, except goes to a faster pitch there. 86 on the gun, called for ball 2. Valle, originally from here, from down in SoCal, Huntington Beach. Went to Mater Dei for high school, one of the top athletic schools in the state, even alone the country. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss from LaCours, brings it to 2-1.
You know, I was a catcher, and whenever I would see a guy swing at a high fastball, always making a note, keep that in the back pocket. Later in the game, 2 strikes, we got to go back to it.
2-1 pitch, finds the zone, great pitch from Valle to even the count up at 2-2, 2 outs, nobody on.
And typically coming after a high fastball chaser right there, you raise this sights right there. You're getting him thinking about that pitch that's high, so you could start another curveball up there, and it will fool them. So I would not be surprised if he did go back to it right there. There we go to Shea again. Good inning from AJ.
1, 2, 3 for the Merchants lineup there. When we return, it will be the back end of the Legends lineup. It will be Kanan Treese, Cody Watanabe, and Ben Seminara for Menlo Park. Welcome back in here, bottom of the second. Nate Martin with David Klein up in the booth.
What's up, guys? We got a beautiful evening out here at the College of San Mateo. We were at camp today, just a few miles away in Belmont, and it was one of the windiest days I have ever been a part of out there. We had things flying all over the place, but it is nice and still and calm out here, and just a beautiful night for some baseball.
Up to the plate here is Kanan Treese. It'll be Treese, Watanabe, and Seminara. And the righty looks at that one for a called strike 1.
I always like to go back to that same pitch. If you steal a first pitch strike with it, which he didn't do right there, always like going back to it, second pitch.
The second pitch is fouled off by Treese. Treese had 4 home runs this past season for Orange Coast College. Power bat from the right-hand side. The 2 pitches fouled off. It remains 0-2.
Pretty good job of spoiling it off right there. Obviously, he's lost all leverage right now, so he's just looking to shorten up right now, cut down his swing a little bit, be competitive, put in ball in play, while the pitcher's looking to nibble right now and try to get him to chase something outside the zone.
And try to get him the chase right there, but Treese holds up, brings the count to 1-2.
Really good pitch to throw to right there, off the zone, and even a better take.
1-2. Treese waits. Kind of gets a similar pitch there, fouls it off.
Yeah, he went back to the well again. He's seen that pitch 3 times this at bat. He did do a good job of sitting on it, trying to drive that off-speed pitch the other way. Did just miss it.
Treese this season batting .250. He's had 20 at-bats. Solid start to the year, and strikes out there. Out 1 for Hunter as a K brings up Cody Watanabe to the plate.
The second baseman, number 3, Cody Watanabe.
Watanabe had a .276 average for USF, including a team-high 50 hits. One of the few USF infielders on the roster as that is looked at for strike 1.
He likes that first pitch changeup to lefties. Always a good pitch, running away from them. Seems to have good command of it. Seems to have good command of 3 pitches right now. Not a hard thrower, so he's going to have to rely on placement and some good stuff.
That is hit high into right field, and will be an out 2 play there by Jordan Bolden out in center.
Went back to the changeup on the 0-1. Good swing by Cody, but just got under it.
Yeah, could have been a lot more, but instead, a quick out 2 brings up Ben Seminara, the catcher, today's game.
Looks like both pitchers are settling a little bit after getting touched around for some crooked numbers in the first.
And that's definitely something you see quite a bit. Guys, you take some time to settle in. Maybe you're not fully warmed up, but, Valle got a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the second, and Hunter looking to do the same here. 1-0 to Seminara. Fouls that one off 1-1.
In summer collegiate ball, and I managed this team for 8 summers, one of the biggest things that I saw primarily out of relievers was the struggle that many relievers had coming in out of the bullpen and throwing strikes right away. It became such an epidemic. From what I saw, was that I always had a rule that if you're coming in from out of the bullpen, I got you warm a little earlier, and I actually had them throw a couple of hitters or even a full inning in the bullpen and visualize the game before they actually went out there.
That's definitely been something the Legends bullpen has struggled with this year. You saw it a lot, and that will be foul ball. Their count remains 1-2. You saw that. We've seen that a lot in their losses. It's really been struggle for bullpen arms to come in and get outs. It's usually, a couple leadoff walks or a couple leadoff hits that lead to the rallies that kind of cost you games late on.
Well, when you got D1 infielders out there playing on turf with wood bats, you got to force contact. Get these balls to put the ball in play. That's the name of the game.
Instead, it also helps if you can get swing and misses right there. Another strikeout for Hunter ends the bottom of the second. When we return, it'll be the Merchants lineup to bat once again. 3-2 is your score. Top of the third coming up. Welcome back in here. Top of the order for the Merchants lineup, and that's where they had a lot of their success in the first. Bolden and Talkless both came across the plate in the top of the first. It'll be Bolden to start things off here, the leadoff man. Valle's second time facing him. First pitch will be ball one. That's the slider there.
Yeah, usually when I was calling pitches, you see a guy swing first pitch, especially first pitch of the game. I'd always write down an FP, and then as you saw, he did not go back and give him a fastball. First pitch of this at bat. This guy looks to be very aggressive.
That was called foul. Just got out. That could have been some trouble there for the Legends if the umpire ruled it a hit. Instead, count goes to 1-1. Valle maybe dodging a little bullet there.
Yeah, and luckily there's no replay here because I do not know if that would have went the Legends' way.
I am with you. I was definitely close.
But noting how aggressive this guy is, I would expect him to continue to give this guy a little bit more junk than you would typically give a leadoff hitter.
1-1. High ball two in there. Definitely was giving him some junk. Bolden now ahead in the count, 2-1. Nobody on, nobody out. Fourth pitch. And hits him. So for the second straight time, Bolden, the leadoff man, reaches, this time by a hit by pitch. So that brings up Aiden Talkless.
Yeah, never ideal to let the leadoff man on with a hit by pitch or base on balls, not to mention the leadoff hitter in the lineup. Typically, guys have a little bit more speed. Now we're in the same situation we were in the first inning with a runner on first and no outs.
We'll see how Valle handles it this time. It'll be Talkless up to the plate, the right fielder. Got a hit in the first to reach base. Also scored a run in the inning. Now second time facing Valle. Will be down low for ball one.
Nice block by Seminara. Back when I was catching, nobody did the whole one knee thing. You see Seminara, just like the big leaguers are doing nowadays, just drop that one knee and just kind of block it, almost like they're an infielder. I kind of wish that style was taught when I was around because it would have been a lot easier on my knees.
It will be the 1-0 pitch. Goes back to first. Staying there. Safe. Will remain 1-0.
He punched it through shortstop last time. It looks like he's not really making the adjustment too much to the left side right now. We do have a runner.
And he will be there safe. No throw from Seminara. Count is brought up to 1-1, but now you have a runner in scoring position. Definitely increases some pressure on Valle.
Yeah, really good jump right there. Nothing the catcher can do. Seems like they either timed him up or he was just gambling a little bit right here.
1-1 pitch to Bolden. And that'll be high, ball two. Definitely a tough one there for the righty.
Yeah, AJ also not super quick to the plate. We're about 1-5, 1-6 with a lefty up right here. No outs. You wouldn't expect action right here.
That goes to the backstop on the pitch. It'll be evened up at 2-2 there. Crucial for Valle to get that second strike. Definitely puts a little bit more pressure on the batter here. Talkless does have some popped on his bat. Had a home run earlier in the season. 158 average, though. Here would be big as that is hit hard to second. Watanabe goes to first for the first out of the inning, but crucially for the Merchants, Bolden advances to third, and now hitting to the outfield. Even a fly out into the outfield will score the run.
Yeah, and another productive at-bat for Mr. number 44, Aiden. That is what we consider a quality at-bat, meaning that in the books, not necessarily considered a hit, but he did move the runner over, so it is a productive out. We're seeing Coach Debut right here electing to bring the infield in a little bit, not fully in, but sort of mid-depth right now.
Would you expect, if that was to be hit into the infield, would you expect the throw to go home?
It depends how hard it's hit. If it's hit firm, then that would be a yes, but that's one of those things where you got to have to kind of leave it up to the judgment.
Is he going home there? Bolden play at the plate, jumps over the throw. He's got to reach throw, and he does. What a sequence there at home. But Bolden scores a run for the Merchants. What a funny sequence there. It didn't look like he was going to be safe, but jumps over the tag from Seminara and misses the slide at home, and instead it just reaches on the, just kind of beats Seminara to it at the end of the day and brings the Merchants lead back up to 2 here. It's 4-2, nobody on, 1 out.
Definitely not a good send by the third base runner, but it worked. Seminar just could not get back to his feet, and quite the athletic maneuver to get in safe at home plate right there.
Might have gone bad to worse. Hit by pitch there for Valle, his second of the inning.
Hardest pitch of the day for AJ, my guess is he's a little hot right now, pumped up a little bit, and I wouldn't be surprised if we sent somebody out to talk to him, just to calm him down a little bit.
Valle definitely gathering himself here a little bit more as McGee comes to the plate with Borelli at first. It's that one. Foul, 0-1. Valle, this is his 4th consecutive start now where he's allowed 3 or more runs. I do have to say, it is tough for you if you're used to making, playing out of the bullpen, which is what he does in college. It might be a tough adjustment for you to come in and pitch, first guy on the mound.
Definitely. I mean, you see he's out of the stretch right now. He's probably used to coming out of the pen. It's an entirely different ball game with a different mindset, different prep, different rest in between starts. So he's probably still just getting used to it. But this is good for him. I'm sure he started a lot of games.
Close play there. First base ump says he's safe. It will remain runner 1-1, runner at first, 1 down.
Yeah, pretty good little jump move right there. You see he kind of did his B move on the first one to sort of set him up and then went right back to what they would call an A move right there.
That'll be 2-1 here. Ball inside to Levitt McGee. It is 2-1 here with Frank Zapata on deck. Valle. Low and inside, brings it up to 3-1.
When you hear Valle grunting all of a sudden, he's just overthrowing right now. He just needs to calm down. If I were a catcher, I would go talk to him. If I were a pitching coach, I'd go talk to him right now. I think he's just pressing a little bit.
It's always tough when you're pitching with pressure on you, especially even tougher when you're frustrated at yourself. As that'll be a 5-pitch walk to Levitt McGee, brings up Zapata.
Thank you, Jesus Christ.
As time will be called, talking things over. Valle will be back shortly with Zapata to the plate. Welcome back in here after the quick visit by the pitching coach to Valle. It'll be Frank Zapata to the plate with runners on first and second, one down. One run's already come across the plate here in the third inning. Merchants looking to add on here. First pitch called for ball one.
It'll be interesting to see how long of a leash Chris DeBoo, head coach of the Legends, is going to allow him to have today.
Second pitch. And inside 2-0. You kind of saw Zapata move his head there. Valle gets behind the count once again.
He's trying to find the zone a little bit. It's interesting that he went to 2 breaking pitches. It's maybe what he's feeling most confident right now with. But I don't expect to maybe come back with a fastball right now.
Does so. Misses the zone. It is now 3-0 to Zapata on deck. Vicente Feliciano. This might be good for Valle as you're kind of heading down further in the order. He's gotten a lot of these guys out. Feliciano struck out to end the first, and then 7, 8, and 9 were all went down 1, 2, 3 in the top of the second. So that could be better for Valle as the batter is showing bunt. And that'll be called strike one. Finds the zone to come back in the count.
You know, competitive advantage, I get it with the fake bunt thing. It kind of distracts the pitcher a little bit. At this level, one can consider it a little bit Bush League. You can see AJ kind of staring him down right after that one. I don't think he loved that he showed fake bunt right there.
That'll be called strike two. That's the second pitch in a row where Zapata thought he got the walk. Instead, it's now full count, 2 on, 1 out.
And the beautiful thing about this, Nate, as much as he's struggling right now, his pitch counts up. He's just 1 pitch away from getting out of this.
And that's something you hear your coaches say to their pitchers all the time. 3-2. Low, ball 4. It is now bases loaded to Feliciano.
Now batting the shortstop, number 2, Vicente Feliciano.
Legends, bases loaded, 1 out. Already scored 1 in the inning, looking to kind of extend their lead here against the Legends. These 2 teams have faced each other a couple of times now. The Merchants have only beaten them once. First pitch. Way called for ball 1.
Starting to see a little activity in the Legends bullpen. This is a long inning. Last thing you want is during the summer to run these guys out there for 30, 40 pitch innings and kind of blow up their arms a little bit. So I wouldn't expect him to go too much longer, especially coming out of this long inning.
1-0. Fouled off. Swinging for the fences there was Feliciano.
Really good pitch to hit right there. I'm sure the hitter wants that one back. That pitch was a meatball right down the middle at about 84.
Yeah, but that, at the end of the day, it gets you the strike, gets you back in the count. Valle could have been mad at himself earlier in the game, but there, he'll take that any way he can get it. He's at the short double play ball, out at second. He'll be out at first. Double play to end the inning. 1 run comes across the plate, but you have to think it could have been so much more for the Merchants. Score is 4-2 as we head into the bottom of the third. Top of the lineup up once again for Menlo Park. Welcome back in here. Bottom of the third brings up the top of the order for the Menlo Park Legends. It will be Jung Goldberg, Felch, and Avila to the plate for Menlo Park. Remaining in the game is Mitch Hunter. He had a solid second, struck out 2, and got a fly out to center field for the 3 outs. First pitch to Jung Goldberg. Thought it hit him. Jung Goldberg says it did. The umpire at home says it didn't. It'll be 1-0.
And maybe it was one of those things where they thought that he didn't make an actual attempt to get out of the way right there. So that probably was what it was. I don't know what the conflict is.
1-0 to Jung Goldberg. Outside there, ball 2. Last time up, Jung Goldberg had the leadoff single to start the first, but then was caught stealing second. Something you don't see a lot for Jung Goldberg. Was 27 for 28 on stolen base attempts in his season at Monterey Peninsula past year. Is that his hit to first? Jung Goldberg trying to beat the throw. He'll be close. He signaled that he was safe, but the first base umpire disagrees. First out of the inning.
Yeah, he can move a little bit for a guy with pop.
Always an added bonus. Can allow you to get some extended, you can turn a single into a double or a double into a triple. Something you like to see from your leadoff man, as that brings up the lefty Felch.
And a few infield hits. Can't forget about that.
First pitch, swinging, 0-1.
Yeah, a little changeup right there. I think he was just sitting dead red, trying to yank it out of the park, and was willing to deal with a swing and miss. That's what you can do, 0-0, when you have some leverage.
A 1 here, swing and miss again.
Went back to it.
And no reason not to. Based on the hack 0-1. Felch, similar one there. 0-2 now to the lefty. Last season at CSM had a .338 average. And gets called looking. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. So the UCI commit brings up third up, JP Avila.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 30, J.P. Avila.
You just need to get it done before the next batter.
Yeah, that one just kind of froze up Rowan. It was an inch or two off the plate, but probably too close to be taking. No balls and 2 strikes.
Avila comes up here. Second time facing the pitcher. Had a single, 1-out single, and also scored a run in the first. Swings at that one, 0-1.
Yeah, these Legends hitters, last 2 guys at least, have been pretty aggressive early, and this guy's just not throwing fastballs early in the count.
Definitely something to keep in mind as you're a catcher. I'm sure Hunter, he's definitely not going to go, all 9 innings. He'll probably come out around the 5th or the 6th. That'll be outside, ball 2. But that's something, if you're the catcher, that you can keep in mind all day, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you typically don't want to show all your pitches too early, but we're now 1 time through the order right now, and guys have seen him, so he's probably mixing in more and more of his junk. Not a firm thrower, but does seem to have great command of all 3 pitches, which at the college level, if you can command 3 pitches in your low to mid 80s, you can typically compete a little bit.
Hunter had a successful second. Look to continue that. And successful third. It loads up the count there, 3-2 on the swing and miss from Avila. Full count, nobody on, 2 outs.
My predictions have been wrong today, but I'm going with a breaking ball. There we go.
And goes to it, and Avila had that as well, but a great play by the shortstop Feliciano to get the third out. That was a 99 off of the bat of Avila. Instead, it'll be the third out of the inning when we return. Merchants up 4-2. Looking to add on to that lead. Welcome back in here, top of the fourth. AJ Valle remains on the bump here for the Legends as Jacob steps up to the plate, the 7-hole hitter. Grounded out last time. Valle, 51 pitches through 3 innings.
Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get his pitch count back on track right here with a quick one.
Last time he faced Valle, as mentioned, got the ground out. That inning in the second had an 8-pitch inning. He's looking for another one of those here, but behind 1-0 early.
Yeah, AJ's problem right now is just not getting ahead in the count. Not enough first pitch strikes, and it's just battling from behind and causing that pitch count to just drive on up.
To keep an eye on if you're Chris DeBow, as there's a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Legends. It will be Jacob Baca. 1-1 pitch fouled off to the backstop, 1-2. Valle, interestingly enough, hasn't given up a hit since the first inning. All of the third inning's damage done was through hit by pitches and walks. Batter, Jacob steps away, back in. It'll be Jacobs, Orneas, and LaCour to the plate as that goes behind him, evens the count up at 2-2. Not a pretty pitch from Valle, but bounce back here.
Yeah, playing from behind right here, we do have a guy looking like he's looks like he's warm in the pen, so I don't think there's going to be too long of a leash right here, considering we're behind. I don't think Chris DeBow is going to allow for too much more damage to happen on the hill.
As there is now a full count here for Valle. Walking the leadoff man wouldn't help. Full pitch. Digs in. There's the curveball hit high into the infield. Waving everyone away is the shortstop, Shea.
Yeah, and you can definitely see right now, just by you looking at, you don't want to walk that leadoff guy for the second inning in a row, so he went back to his most his best pitch right there, which looked to be his breaking ball, and luckily for him, he was able to get a guy to pop up. So let's see if we can get another quick out right here and get his pitch count back on track.
Now up to the plate is Jacob Orneas. First pitch. Just misses the zone, 1-0. Tough to get behind there again. If you're the catcher here, as mentioned, you caught in college, how do you approach it when your pitcher's throwing a lot of first pitch balls?
As like a pitching coach, Nate?
As a catcher, as a pitching coach, how would you, in your eyes?
I would just spot up middle and stop trying to nibble so much. Like I said, we're talking turf field, good infielders, wooden bats. Make these guys hit in order to get on. We do not want free passes, especially once we get down in the lineup, 6, 7, 8, 9. Force these guys to hit. So for me, it's calming them down, and until we get to 2 strikes, I like to sit middle. So if I have a guy who's trying to get too fine, I'm just sitting middle as a catcher.
2-0 here. Goes to the middle and gets the swing, 2-1.
Effectively, the pitcher needs to earn his right to pitch to corners if he hasn't proven the ability to do so.
I struggled with that a bit today. Started the game, I thought he was pitching the corners really well. Just got a bit unlucky with some of the hits that the top of the Merchants lineup were making. Now 3-1 to Valle.
Yeah, pitch barely low right there, but a great pitch nonetheless. Just missed it.
3-1, hit into the right field. Felch tracking back. It's going far and will go over his head. That will be a 1-out hit for the Merchants as Orneas thought about going 3, instead holds up a 2 for the 1-out double.
Yeah, that ball is absolutely crushed. Opposite field, poke, great piece of hitting. 98 miles per hour off the bat. Really impressive swing right there.
Looks like Valle, despite the arm quickly warming up, remains in the game. The 1-out double. Brings up Xavier LaCour. Grounded out last time. Wait the first pitch from Valle. Gets away 1-0. It's just tough because it feels like he's missing in a lot of different places. He's missing on the inside. He's missing on the outside to lead things off. Seminara trying to find different things that are working, but nothing early on. For Valles, that was a great pitch. Evens up 1-1.
Yeah, you can see Valle, he's got himself into a lot of 2-2, 3-2 counts so far. When I was coaching this team, we would always have a chart, and I called it 1P3, and it was the charting the ability of the pitcher to get the hitter out of the box in 3 pitches or less. And that's often predicated on the ability to get strike one. First pitch of the at-bat, get to strike one. You're seeing right here, I don't have the stats in front of me, but I believe most innings so far, just battling from behind a little bit, and that's tough.
2-1 here to the 9-0 hitter. LaCour is on deck right now is Jordan Bolden, who's reached base twice and 2 times up. As throw back to second. Safe is the runner Orneas.
1 out, runner on second base. That runner looks to have some speed just by the look of him, but getting to third base right here is big because then you get into contact scores a run situation right here. While at the same time, if he does have speed, a hit will score him, so getting to third base isn't that advantageous.
At this point, you want to get an out, as that evens things up 2-2. An out means that even if he does go to third, 2 outs, you can't sack flying back home to increase your lead. So getting the out here, especially with the leadoff man on deck, Bolden, is crucial for Valle. 2-2, 1 out, 1 on for the Huntington Beach native. As that finds his own hit to third. Runner will stay at second. That is the second out of the inning. That is a good scenario there. That's as good as an outcome you can get if you're Valle.
Yeah, didn't move a runner over. You saw third baseman Trees check the runner at second, do it exactly what he was supposed to do. Looked him back hard enough that the guy didn't break to third on the throw. So good job by Kanan by taking that look and making sure that he didn't advance a base right here. We do have an open base right here. We have a super aggressive swinger right here. He needs to nibble right now and try to get this guy to chase something junky.
First pitch. Fouled off.
Yeah, probably not what you're looking for. 0-0 right there to your leadoff hitter with an open base. Just give him a cookie first pitch. But it worked. Got a strike on him. We'll see if he can come back right here. But if I were the catcher, I'd be nibbling right now, especially with a tight ball game.
Definitely big there to get ahead in the count 0-1. Bolden awaiting the second pitch. It's something down low. That'll be called ball 1.
Change. Interesting. You don't always see those righty-righty changeups too often. Sometimes it just speeds up hitters, especially with firm throwers. But right there, we saw a changeup. We'll see what he comes back with right here.
1-1. Inside. Brings the count to 2-1. Bolden's third time through the order.
See the runner at second base, way more depth right now, which allows him to get into his turn, assuming that he's going to be being sent most likely on a hit to the outfield. So you see that deeper depth right here. 3-1 count, open base. If he walks him, not too much of a problem right here. Nothing's really hurt.
3-1, 1 on, 2 outs. Valle looking to get out of the inning with no damage done. And that'll be called strike 2. Valle today has faced 19 batters, has only gotten ahead 7 times to start things off. Only 7 0-1 counts today. It'll be full count to Bolden. First base is open, but you want to get the out here. And gets him down swinging.
Best pitch of the day right there.
Strikeout to end the fourth. No runs come across the plate. Score remains 4-2 when we return. It will be 4, 5, and 6. Crawford, Smith, Crawford, and Shea to the plate for Menlo Park.
It'll change after the pitch.
Welcome back in here. Bottom of the fourth. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Menlo Park. Vaskin Smith, Jordan Crawford, and Kevin Shea. New pitcher in for the Alameda Merchants is Xavier Marquez.
And here we have another pitcher going from the stretch. We're 3 for 3 today. Got about a mid-80s fastball, live arm right now.
0-1, first pitch for Marquez. We have Hunter's final line, 3 innings, 2 earned runs. Gave up 3 hits and a walk, as well as 3 strikeouts. I feel like that was the plan all along for Hunter to be taken out. He had a great second and third inning. But they always seem to have a guy kind of warming up, kind of getting ready in the bullpen, and that guy was Xavier Marquez, the lefty. Third pitch, 1-1. Finds his own, 1-2.
2 tough pitches for Vaskin right now. Right there. Pitcher starts real close, hides the ball very well. Kind of sneaky.
And it makes sense that they're going to the lefty here. On deck right now are 2 lefties, Crawford and Shea, as that is hit towards the shortstop, Smith. Trying to beat the throw. He will not. First out of the inning. And the first out of Marquez's day.
They just kind of jammed him right there.
Yeah, only 59 off of the bat of Smith.
Jordan Crawford.
Brings up Jordan Crawford.
But 88 miles per hour on the velo is pretty firm and just kind of snuck up on him right there. This would be a good challenge for the Legends right here, especially with this many lefties in the game.
The Bow wants to talk things over with the first base ump.
I think what's going on right here is we heard a loud expletive come out of the player, and there was either a warning or the umpire got on him, and this is a head coach standing up for his guys, talking with the umpire, trying to figure out what's going on. So I respect it. And especially if we got little kids in the stands, we don't need any expletives being yelled out loud. We got any scouts out there, also not the best look. We want to be in control of our emotions. That said, learning moment for all.
It's, as you mentioned, it always is nice to see DeBow and just in general coaches defend their guy. That's something I've especially seen from a lot DeBow this season. He really cares about his players, really looking out for them, wants to get their names out there. That is a great breaking ball there that finds his own 0-1. It's so tough when you see this guy throwing 88 on a fastball and then 75 away from you as a lefty.
Again, I would be going right back to it again, which he did, but backed up on him right there.
Hits Crawford. Crawford reaches base there on the HBP. It's the third time we've seen a batter hit here. So today, pitcher struggling a bit with location at times, as that brings up Kevin Shea, the second lefty in a row.
I'd imagine later in the game he would elect to go to a pinch runner right here, but still early enough to not need that. See, Kevin Shea, USF guy, choked up heavily right now.
And one of the few USF guys, it makes sense. Manager Chris DeBow is an assistant for the Dons. Brought over quite a few guys with him this summer, including Shea and Watanabe both in the lineup. Also, Trevor Harmon and Nicholas Walsh are other incoming USF Dons. 2-0 pitch. Finds his own, 2-1. Good bounce back there for Marquez.
And Nate, much like it's nice and comfortable for a pitcher to be with his battery mate from the school year, I would imagine that Cody, our second baseman today, and Kevin spent a lot of time, hundreds if not thousands of ground balls, working up the middle, turning double plays all year long. So probably nice for Cody, Watanabe, and Shea to be up the middle mates, turning double plays all year long. So that familiarity is positive for sure.
Watanabe batting eighth. Shea at the plate right now hits that one weakly foul. Count stays 2-2. Tough pitch there for the lefty. Early on it goes foul. Count stays 2-2. 1 on, 1 down.
So if Shea was choked up before, he's choked up even more now.
And Crawford's going to be caught in a bit of a pickle here. Going home to second. He will be out. That's the second runner caught out at second base.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Lefty up there. You're a non-speed guy right there. There's honestly no excuse for that. That's got to be a jab step and read one-way lead all day long. He was not stealing. In my mind, that's just a lapse of concentration.
Count stays 2-2 now. 2 down. Nobody on here for Shea. Going to have to do it all by himself. As that is high. Ball 3. Count is now full to the lefty.
Yeah, 2 outs on the base paths in the first 4 innings. Tough to win games like that.
So, full count here. Shea awaits the pitch from Marquez. As that'll be ball 4 high. Take your base. And now that caught stealing hurts even more. Could have had runners at first and second. Instead, it'll be Shea on first. Treese to the plate. Last time around, Treese struck out. To the righty, Hunter now facing Marquez. Should have a little bit of an easier time against the lefty. Pitch is coming in on him. First pitch. Swinging. 0-1.
All right, 2 outs. I'm assuming that Shea's got a little bit of speed right here. He's probably looking to gamble on one of these pitches and get to second base. You can see Shea using that Legend strapless sliding glove. Shameless plug.
That is hit. Just foul.
Any fans out there looking for a strapless sliding glove, head on to Amazon, punch in strapless sliding glove, and you can get the world's first ever strapless sliding mitt. Kevin Shea's been using it for 3 weeks now. He's loving it. He's focused on the base pass. He's not distracted. He's not fumbling with straps.
He'll be heading back there. it's something we've seen all year, really, for a lot of these teams. Aggressive base running. It's kind of what has defined a lot of what I've seen in the summer ball season so far. Legends, no different.
Pitcher right here is what we call a looker, meaning if he's looking home, well, not on that one, but typical looker or a looker like that will look home and pick, and if he's looking at the first baseman, he's pitching. So typically you're looking for a tendency right here. I would imagine at some time right here he's going to look to gamble.
1-2. And outside, count is now even up. On Treese for coming back here in the count after 2 quick strikes to begin it. Treese playing third base today. Swings and misses at that one to end the inning.
This guy's got pretty good stuff.
Marquez, first strikeout of a day for him.
Legends,
No runs come across the plate. Score remains 4-2 as we head into the top of the fifth.
The Merchants lead 4-2.
Welcome back in here, top of the fifth. New pitcher into the game for the Legends. It's Jacob Baca.
So, Nate, this is the situation we just talked about, right? Where guys are coming in, hold out the pen, where all we're looking for is for them to get ahead in the zone early and not put any guys on with base on balls. So it looks to me right here that he's doing just that, and he is setting up middle.
1-0. Hit weakly to first, and he'll be safe. Just beat Baca, frustrated there. As the leadoff man is on. 45 off of the bat.
I'd be frustrated too. That is not the first baseman's ball, in my opinion. That's a tough play because he's going to have to get into a turn. A lot easier for the second baseman to make that play as he is running to the bag as far as Jordan Crawford running away from the bag right there. You'd want Cody to call him off right there next time.
So, Tuckless is on, brings up Rocco Borelli, who hits that one to third. He'll be out at second, and high, gets the first baseman off the bag. So the leadoff man is out for the first out of the inning, but runner stays. You're kind of in a similar situation here, but with one out, runner on first brings up Casey Levitt McGee. As we just got Valle's final line. 4 innings, 4 earned runs, gave up 4 hits, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, and 2 strikeouts, 73 pitches. Count definitely got up there. Probably a little more than what Valle was expecting to throw through 4 innings, but
Check that. location.
Have to go there. It is 1-0 to Levitt McGee.
Missed call right there by the umpire. Ball right down the middle. A little low, but caught the strike zone according to our track man.
And the track man has really come in handy this season. Really good for the players to know what they're doing. And even, we talk about the players and the coaches as well, but we've had umpires come up here to get analysis of their games based on what the track man is saying for strikes versus balls called in the zone.
And as they should. I mean, this is about development and experience. And if you're going to want to call these games, we would expect that you as an umpire want to be the best version of yourself out there. So I definitely appreciate those umpires who are checking on how they did and looking to get better every game.
That is fouled off 2-1. I mean, everyone's looking to develop here this summer. It's the name of the game. That's Baca coming in. Baca's working with 4-pitch mix. He's got a fastball and sinker as his fastballs, and then a slider and changeup.
And excuse me for all the fans out there at home. I will need to be departing, and you'll just be stuck with Mr. Nate Martin, but he will call a great game for you and keep you all pumped up. Nate, you're doing a great job out here.
That is hit into center field. Left center. Runner stays at first. Second out of the inning. Good out there for Jacob Baca. There is now a runner at second. 2 outs. Brings up Frank Zapata. Zapata walked last time. He was in the order. This is third time. First time facing the new man.
35 people watching that.
Baca made 2 starts in 19 games, so a guy that can kind of do both for you at Reedley College. As that is hit the third. Treese to first, and that will be the inning. Good first inning of work there for Jacob Baca. No runs come across the plate. Score remains 4-2. When we return, it will be Watanabe, Seminara, and Jung Goldberg to the plate.
Okay.
Welcome back in here, bottom of the 5th. It'll just be me the rest of the evening. Massive thank you to David for hopping in for a couple innings to talk some ball with me. There will now be a new man into the game, Jacob Pubel, Now pitching for the Merchants. 0-1 to Watanabe. Marquez's line on the day, 1 inning, no runs, no hits. Walked 1, hit 1 batter as well. Struck out 1 on 18 pitches. It's maybe a little surprised that we didn't see him go another inning, but the Merchants manager clearly has a game plan here and is sticking to it. As Watanabe clearly gets behind 0-2 to Pupil. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off, remains 0-2. Watanabe today, last time around, flew out on a hard hit ball to center field. A little unlucky there, got under the hit. As that'll be outside for ball 1.
Sunglasses right in front of you.
So, 1-2 to the USF Don Watanabe. Pupil looking to get the first out of his appearance and does so there. Strike 3 looking to Watanabe. Disagreeing with that call. Complaining to the ump, but can't do much about it. Brings up Ben Seminara to the plate, the catcher from Columbia. He's kind of been the go-to guy behind the dish for manager Chris DeBow. Hits that one to foul territory, 0-1. Seminara. This is college ball for Columbia. Had a .250 average there this past season. That is strike 2. Pupil gets ahead of the count once again. Crucial here for the pitcher. Seminara's stats on the year, only batting .182, but an OBP of .308. Can reach base. Good eye as he's getting that screen out from his coaches. Seminara, 1-2. Pupil pitches. And gets him down. Strike 3 for the catcher. And just like that, 2 outs here for Pupil. The bullpen kind of shutting things down so far for the Merchants. And if you do take a look at the CCL standings, the Merchants are in last place, 3-8. One of those wins came over the Legends. Another one last night against the Sonoma Stompers, who are in town tomorrow to face the Legends. First pitch, 5 p.m., live streamed on this channel. We hope you join us. This will be the top of the order up once again. Hayden Jung Goldberg to the plate. Swings and misses at that one to even things up, 1-1. Legends, meanwhile, the top of the North Division standings with a record of 9-4. Competing with the Walnut Creek Crawdads for that crucial first place spot. Crawdads 9-5 on the season. The count is now 1-2. John Goldberg. Nobody on. 2 outs. This time is called. John Goldberg. 329 average at Monterey Peninsula. 11 home runs and 54 RBIs. As David was saying, it's not often you can see the leadoff man have some pop as well, but definitely a plus here. Instead, gets an ugly strike 3. 2 strikeouts there for Pupil to begin his day. Score remains. Strikes at the side for Pupil. Score remains 4-2 as we enter the top of the 6th. Jacob Bachman returns to the mound for the Legends. Welcome back in here. Top of the 6th.
Everything was touched.
And with it, a substitution for the Legends into the game for John Goldberg is Logan Musey. Moving over to center field is Vaxkin Smith. Musey will be in left. Baca remains on the bump. He'll be facing Vicente Feliciano to start things off. It'll be Feliciano, Jacobs, and Orneas for the Merchants as that is hit down the first base line. Fielding is Crawford, who drops it. He thought he had the ball. Instead, it'll be an error. The leadoff man is on. That's Feliciano. Crawford, this past season over at Mid-America Christian University,
Now batting the designated hitter number 20, Blake Jacobs.
had a perfect fielding percentage. Now, with the error there, runners on first, no outs. Will be pitched to Jacobs. Call inside. Count is now 1-0. So, Baca, with a runner on, is not responsible for that runner. So that is fouled off, evens things up at 1-1. Baca season pretty solid. Only one game, but he went through 4 1/3, only one earned run for an ERA on the season of 2.08. That is hit the third, fielding, going to first. Didn't go for the double play ball. Instead, fielder's choice for the first out of the inning. Play there by Kane Treese.
11, Jacob Orneas.
Which brings up Jacob Orneas to the plate. On deck, Xavier LaCours. One out here for the Merchants, who look kind of break a deadlock. No run has been scored since the top of the third. There's a pitcher showdown here between the bullpen of the Merchants and Baca, who's now entering his second inning of work. First pitch to Orneas. This is the zone, 1-0. 89 there on the sinker from Baca. So, 1-0, runner goes to third. He'll be going into the outfield. He's going to go home. They're telling him to. Instead, he'll hold up at 3.
No fastball. Fastball, ball.
Getting a little lucky there.
And then make sure you see where the catch is.
Instead, they'll be telling him to go back to second.
Oh, wait.
Call his batter's interference. They ruled that Orneas got in the way of the throw to third. So, the runner remains at third. It's now 2-0 here. Who swings and misses at that one. 2-1 now. Bounce back there for Baca. Baca goes to Reedley College. At 9.62 Ks per 9. 36 Ks in 19 games. That's pretty solid for the Alameda native. 2-1. Hit. It's opposite field. Felch. Throws over. That'll be the second out of the inning. Felch. Good arm out and right. Definitely
Now batting the third baseman number 4, Xavier LaCours.
big reason why he's out there. You need a big arm to be in right field, especially when you're trying to tag out the runners at third or when you're going home. So it'll now be the new man up, the 9-0 hitter, Xavier LaCours, Bolden on deck. First pitch from Baca. Swing and a miss. 89 there on the pitch. From the junior. 0-1. Baca looks back to second. Runner goes. That'll be hit weakly to first. Baca will throw him out. And that'll be the inning. Bit of a scare there for the Legends, but they get out of it.
For the Merchants, no runs. No
To the
hits,
plate now will be
one
2, 3, and 4. Felch, Avila, and Smith from Menlo Park. Welcome back in here, bottom of the sixth. It'll be Felch, Avila, and Smith for the Legends. Remaining on the bump is Jacob Pubel. First pitch to Felch. Finds his own, 0-1. Pubel struck out all three batters to start his day. Legends have struck out 4 times in a row now and haven't had a hit since the first. Kind of in effect of 2 days off. They were supposed to be playing yesterday, but as mentioned, game was postponed against San Francisco. And so now the bats had a couple days off. That definitely cools them down. And that will be hit hard. The first Felch looking to beat it and end the streak. He will be safe at first. That's the first hit since the first inning for Menlo Park. The leadoff man is on, brings up J.P. Avila to the plate.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 30, J.P. Avila.
Avila, one of the guys who got a hit for Menlo Park in the first.
Doesn't really matter. So this isn't. I would hold back this
We can do repeat that result with Felch at first, who's a speedy runner. This pitch to the righty. Away, ball 1. And now we'll see how Pubel handles a bit of pressure from the Legends lineup. Leadoff man is on. Avila awaits. And we'll be heading back to first. Safe. Count is now 1-1. A little bit lucky there. It wasn't the... I don't think the first baseman was in the ideal position to receive that throw. As Felch heads back to first. Safe. Count remains 1-1. And 1. Runner goes. It's Felch. That will be strike 2. But the runner is safe. That's second. That's a stolen base for Felch. The count is 1-2 to Avila.
Doesn't matter what you do, just do C.
1-2 to Avila. On deck is Smith. Pubel. Now with a runner in scoring position. Pitch. Gets away from him. 2-2. There's the Felch second. The team in stolen bases, and that is hit high. Deep in the left field. Tracking for this first out of the inning. It will be a fly out to the left fielder. Play there by Levitt McGee. The first out of the inning.
Number 18, Vaskin Smith.
Brings up the center fielder, Vaskin Smith. Started the day in left, but shifted over when Musey got subbed in. Now playing center. Smith has a runner in scoring position. Looking to, at the very least, advance him to third. But ideally, tie up the game here. Smith has some pop on his bat. First pitch. Looked at for strike 1. In fact, Smith this year leads the team in home runs. Slugging of 762. Felch thought about going there, but instead heads back to second. Count is even, 1-1. He didn't like the jump he got there. Smith. It's the third pitch. First time he's faced Pubel. Felch stays at second. Swing and a miss there from the New Mexico native. On the slider from Pubel. Backdoor swinging. Smith now behind the count 1-2. For runner on second, that's Felch. Wait. Misses. 2-2. Good take there by Vaskin Smith. On deck is Jordan Crawford. Felch. His lead heads back. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. For the second out of the inning. A good bounce back from Pubel. Forced the weak fly out to left field from Avila for the first out. Then strikes out Smith. Now coming to the plate, Jordan Crawford. Last time around, got hit by a pitch. Also has a single today. Had some tough plays at first base as well that he was unable to make. First pitch. Pubel. Down in the dirt, 1-0. The changeup there from the righty. Crawford, Las Vegas native, plays his college ball over in Oklahoma at Mid-America Christian University. Pupil steps off the mound. The count remains 1-0. Crawford had a .252 average for America Christian University, including 5 extra base hits, 13 RBIs. That is called for strike 1. This season, Crawford kind of been one of the more de facto first basemen and having a great start to his summer. .385 average, an OBP of .529. One of the better hitters in the Legends lineup as he hits that one hard into opposite field, drifting foul and towards the towards the Merchants bullpen. It is now 1-2 to the lefty. And it is kind of where we see a lot of lefties in the lineup here. On deck is another lefty, Shea. Crawford with 2 outs, looking to advance the runner here. 1-2. Pubel waves away and time is called. Crawford thinks that Pubel was taking too long there, and he was definitely taking his sweet time. So, remains 1-2 to the Las Vegas native. Digs in. Swinging hard into right field. That will be a hit. Felch goes home. Crawford heads to second for the stand-up double. Another bit of clutch 2-out hitting from Crawford. And that brings the Merchants lead down to 1. It is now 4-3 here, as we are going to be seeing a pinch runner here for Crawford. He doesn't realize it just yet, but that is his day. It'll be Rice and Ujimori checking in second.
Your attention, please. Pinch running in second for the Legends. Number 1, Rice and Ujimori.
Ujimori, the UCSD Triton, his first time in the game. As that brings up Kevin Shea here. Looking to continue the inning. A hit with Ujimori's speed. Hit into the outfield, that is, will probably score the run. And that will be called strike 1. Excuse me, ball 1. Shea getting ahead in the count here, 1-0. Second pitch. Low, 2-0. Good eye there on the 67-mile-an-hour off speed from Pubel. Shea, before this past season at USF, was at Paris Junior College in Paris, Texas. Pitch. Miss. Finds his own. 2-1. Comeback pitch there for Pubel. Shea, I don't think really was ever interested in swinging the bat there. Past season for USF had a .250 average. This summer, to start things off, Has a 333 average. Another solid batter in the Legends lineup. It gets ahead in the count here. 3-1. 440 OBP as well. Three-one pitch for the lefty. Digs in and looks at that one for called ball 4. As Pubel kind of losing some of the stuff that he had in the 5th where he struck out 3.
Number 22, Kanan Treese.
Brings up Kanan Treese. Power bat for the Legends. Struck out last time to end the 4th. Now is Pubel. With runners on first and second, it's Ujimori and Treese. First pitch. Misses the zone inside 1-0. Treese this year batting .250 before the game. 4 RBIs. Walked 5 times as well, so can get on base for the Legends. And with the way Pubel's pitching, could be looking for a walk here. 1-0. Hit into the outfield. That will be inning unless he drops it, which he doesn't. Levitt McGee gets the final out of the 6th. 1 run comes across the plate. The Legends coming back here, 4-3 as we enter the top of the 7th.
Base ran 2 runners.
Welcome in here, top of the 7th. Legends get one back there, but the Merchants still hold a 4-3 lead here, as it'll be the leadoff man, Jordan Bolden, his 4th time through the order. First pitch from Baca. This is his own, 1-0. Baca has got himself into a couple scares, but has gotten out of them as well. No runs when he's been on the mound so far. As that is hit into center field. Smith catches for a quick out 1 to begin the inning. And ever since Baca's come in, you can kind of feel more things have gone the way of the Legends. To start the game, they did get unlucky at times. A couple of poor plays in the field, a couple of tough hits. Since then, they kind of settled into the game. Perhaps needed some time to warm up as Baca gets the swing and miss there. 89 on the gun. 0-1 to Aiden Toklas. One pitch. Okay, foul in the opposite field. It is now 0-2 to Toklas. On deck right now, Rocco Borelli, first baseman. Comes 0-2. Pitch. Fouled off, staying alive. It's Toklas. That's all you can do when you're behind 0-2 is when you're swinging there. Just foul it off, stay alive in the count. Make Baca earn the second out of the inning. 0-2 pitch. Misses the zone low, 1-2. Good eye there from the right fielder. Douglas has some struggling a bit to start the year. Bounced back nicely. Had a single in the first. Reached out an error last time around as the count is even up at 2-2. Two pitch. Baca. That'll be fouled off by Douglas. Staying alive. Count remains 2-2. Proving to be a tough out to get here. Baca takes the breath. Pitch. Strike three looking. Great pitch from the Alameda native. Baca played his high school ball at Encino High School on East Bay. Now at Reedley College. Out in the Central Valley. First pitch to Borelli, finds his own, 0-1. Baca. This is first strikeout of the day as that one reaches the backstop. 1-1 now to Borelli. Interesting enough, though, for Baca. He is a strikeout guy at Reedley. In general, this season, he's proven he can get some strikeouts as well. 1-1 here to Borelli. Swing and a miss from the righty. Brings the count to 1-2. As the game goes on, Baca just looking like he's getting better and better. Yeah, 4 strikeouts in his lone appearance in the season. 1-2 pitch to Borelli. Almost hits him. That's now 2-2. A couple times now, Baca this innings, throws have reached, gone past the catcher into the backstop. Count is even up at 2-2. Baca. That'll be fouled off hard off of the bat of Borelli. Remains 2-2. Again, Baca having a hard time getting this out. But found it last time. Can he do it again? It'll be a 2-2 pitch once again. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Borelli looking to reach and start a bit of a 2-out rally, and that'll be hit foul into opposite field. That will be staying alive once again. There's Baca. On deck is Casey Levitt McGee. He's made a couple nice plays out in left field, including the catch to end the bottom of the 6th where the Legends had left 2 on. So, 2-2, 2 out. Misses. 3-2 now. Full count to the first baseman. Baca looks to get out of the inning. Got the first 2 batters out. Now 3-2, full count to Borelli. Payoff pitch. Swinging. Baca fields, throws to first for the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 there for the Merchants. When we return after the 7th inning stretch, it will be Watanabe, Seminara, and Jung Goldberg from Menlo Park. Welcome back in here at the bottom of the 7th. Merchants up by 1. 1 run came across in the 6th, which is why the new man is in. Antonio Villalobos is on the mound for Alameda. Pupils line 2 innings, 1 earned run, gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, struck out 4 on 37 pitches. A solid first inning of work, a tough second inning of work. 1 run scored, 2 came across the plate. That'll be a first pitch slider from Villalobos. It is 1-0 to Watanabe. Watanabe was one of the bright spots for USF this past season. 276 average. So, showed some pop. Had 13 doubles on the year. 838 OPS. That is 2-0. So, gave up, also drew 27 walks. That misses. 3 pitches for Villalobos, all 3 called balls. And you will not expect Watanabe to swing here. No reason to when the first 3 pitches from this guy are all outside of his zone. 3-0. Finds his zone this time, 3-1. Watanabe from Aiea, Hawaii, started his career freshman year at Hawaii University. He swings at that one. 3-2 now, full count. Villalobos coming back here. Then went to Southwestern Oregon Community College, now at USF. 3-2. Foul off into Torrey, tracking as a third baseman, and gets the out. Xavier LaCours tracks it down for the first out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, number 10, Ben Seminara.
That brings up Ben Seminara to the plate. Last time around, Seminara struck out. His first time for the order, flew out to center field. Struck out both times. Tough day at the plate for the catcher. First pitch. Swinging. 0-1. Seminara for some little trivia for you. His dad, Frank, was an MLB pitcher in the early 90s for the Padres and Mets. That one 0-2 now to Ben. Two pitches swinging, 0-2 the count to the catcher. And strikes out for the 3rd time today. Seminara, not his day at the plate. Brings up for the first time all day Logan Musey, who was a defensive substitution for John Goldberg. His first time in the game. Plays his college ball for Brown. That is low, 1-0. Or he had a 448 OBP. A good eye on the righty. And that's showing through this season as well. Only has a 208 average, but a 345 OBP. Can draw walks for you if you need. 1-0, Musey. Looks at that one for college. Strike 1. Also a threat on the bases. Brown had 5 stolen bags for the Ivy League school. Count is now even up at 1-1. 2 outs, nobody on. Musey digs in and swings at that one. 1-2. Stolen a couple bags here. But if he can't get on, wouldn't be surprised if we see him go. 1-2 here. Villalobos looking to end the inning clean. That is hitting the opposite field. Tracking is the right fielder. And it will be fair for a base hit. Musey digging for 2. He will slide in safe for the 2-out double. Musey comes into the game and starts his day reaching second on the double.
Now batting the right fielder, number 9, Rowan Felch.
Brings up Rowan Felch, who scored a run in the first and the sixth. He's been one of the hotter hitters in the Legends lineup, was their hitter of the week this past week, in fact. First pitch to Felch. His first time facing Villalobos today. He looks back to second, where Musi stands. And that will find the zone, 0-1. Good first pitch there from Villalobos, who's now under pressure with the runner in scoring position. Oh, 0-1. Felch. Swings that one into center field, but that will be a hit. Bolden makes the play in the outfield. So, one runner's left on base there for Menlo Park, who still are down, entering the top of the eighth. 4-3 is your score. Merchants up ahead. Welcome back in here to the top of the eighth, and it's a new pitcher for Menlo Park into the game for his first time at CSM. It's Drew Brown. And first pitch called for ball one. He'll be facing Casey Levitt McGee to start off the top of the eighth. Baca's line, 3 innings of no runs, no hits, no walks. Struck out 1 as well. A great 3 innings there from your guy that kind of provided a longer stint than you expected out of the bullpen. Brown comes into the game, 3 pitches, 3 balls. Fourth pitch finds his own. 3-1 now. Brown, this is his second time facing Alameda. His first time came into a bases-loaded situation, and the first pitch he threw resulted in a double play to end the inning. As he hits that one, play unable to be made. It was a tough one. Watanabe unable to make it at second base, and so it'll be a leadoff single here for Drew Brown, as we are looking like we're getting a pinch runner It'll be Wyatt Thanes into the game
Your attention,
at
please.
first.
Pitch running at first, number 7, Wyatt Taines. Now batting the catcher, number 14, Frank Zapata.
Which brings up Frank Zapata. Thanes into the game at first. Speedy base runner could be looking to steal here with nobody out. One on. And he goes. First pitch. Seminara throws. He'll be safe. That's second. First pitch that he's on, and he steals a bag. And that pitch was also ruled a ball. Tough there for Menlo. So, runner at second now. One ball to Zapata. He's reached base once this game via walk. He's showing bunt. Pulls it back in time. Ball 2. Brown had a great season senior year of high school. A 3.31 ERA. Struck out 31 batters. Only had a 107 batting average against him. 2-0 pitch. Misses. 3 pitches. 3 balls here to Zapata. Who did not swing there. It's a 4-pitch walk for Drew Brown. Brings up the 6-hole hitter, Vicente Feliciano. Brown this year has been pretty solid for Menlo. 1.5 ERA. As they're looking to kind of settle him into the game, talking things over with the pitching coach. Both of these, he's made 3 appearances. 2 of them were starts, now working out of the bullpen. Pitched in Saturday's win against Alameda. Against Walnut Creek. Oh, excuse me, I've just been told it was against the Seagulls days ago. Now, they're a couple off days into the game and struggling to start the top of the 8th. Important for the Legends to limit the Merchants' lead here. They're up by 1 with runners on first and second, nobody out. Could do more. He gathers himself.
Number 2, Vicente Feliciano.
So looking pretty calm out on the mound. It's the important thing, you can't get too rattled with runners on first and second. It does put pressure on you. First pitch. Feliciano. Knows how quick Thanes is at second. The count remains 0-0. Brown. Runner shows bunt, and that'll be foul. 0-1. Wasn't even a great bunt of that. It looked like the third baseman was going to be getting to it in time. The count. It's now 0-1. Now you kind of know what Feliciano is thinking. Able to adjust for it. First and third baseman are both in, expecting bunt. He chose it again. And it's a good bunt at that. Feliciano will be safe at first. It's a successful bunt to advance the runners. It is now bases loaded. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Merchants looking to open up the game and really take the Legends out of this.
Designated hitter number 20, Blake Jacobs.
Brings up Blake Jacobs to the plate. The DH. Bases loaded, nobody out. Brown in as good of a hole as you could get right now. Can he find his way out of it? First pitch. Finds his own, 0-1. That is crucial for Brown. Struggled here, already struggled a bit here with getting ahead. Walked a guy. He's also given up a couple hits. Brown 0-1. High, ball one. Count is even up. Brown has struggled a bit with the walks. Walked a guy every other inning for today. That is swung out 1-2. Good location there for Brown. Kurt. .86 on the gun there from the righty. Digs in 1-2. Jacobs swinging. Going foul, tracking back. Seminara unable to make the play, just missed it. Unlucky there. It was towards the backstop. Count remains 1-2. You would take that. We're being out. Although I wouldn't have been surprised if Thanes went there from third. It was a tough play for Seminara to make. Count remains 1-2. Hit hard. Shortstop gets the able to make the play at third. This is loading. Still 5-3 lead for the Merchants. Tough there for the Legends. It was a tough play for the shortstop Shea to make, and he just couldn't get it there in time. So it remains bases loaded. No outs for Drew Brown. That is called strike one. On one. Brown. Get out of this mess. A tough hit to give up there for him. That is fouled off. 0-2. Getting ahead is crucial for Brown. One of the younger guys on the team. Oh, 2. Fouled off. Very late there. Count remains 0-2. Chorneas, the second baseman. Jacobs at first, Feliciano at second, Zapata at third. Brown gonna get an out here. Swinging! Big strikeout there for Drew Brown to get the first out of the inning. It remains bases loaded, but now one pitch can end it. That would be what Drew Brown is looking for here. He's been in this situation before. Got in a double play last time he faced Alameda to get out of a bases loaded jam. First pitch. Hit high into right field. Felch tracks. Expect the tag. Runner goes. Felch heading to third. Both will be safe. So it'll be a sac fly there to increase the Merchants' lead to 3. It is now Alameda 6, Menlo Park 3. But crucially, out number 2 there for Brown.
Now batting the center fielder, number 5, Jordan Bolden.
Brings up the top of the order, Jordan Bolden to the plate. One and 3. This is where runners are. First pitch. Curve. Called for ball 1. So runner at first, a runner at third. Pitch. High. Ball 2. Brown, after getting 2 outs here, behind in the count. We saw him when he does get ahead in the count, he does get the outs. Now behind 3-0. You don't want to let the one-hole man on, Bolden. He's had a pretty solid day single, and a hit by pitch. Scored 2 runs for the Merchants. 3-0 pitch. High. Similar spot again. Ball 4 loads him up. To bring up Aiden Toklas.
Now batting right fielder number 44, Aiden Toklas.
Bases loaded again for Brown. 2 runs have come across the plate so far for Alameda. Now, can they kind of tap into some clutch 2-out hitting here? Toklas is going to be the man to do it. First pitch. Swinging, fouled off. 0-1. Seminara's getting looked at here. I'm sure he's good. Chat things over with the trainer. The Cavaliers usually the one doing it now, a new man in. Trainer. Easily could get Brown out of a bit of a rhythm there. Is that a time off? Now just pitching over to his catcher. Yeah, first pitch was ball away. Kind of making sure everything's good to go. I think so. 2 down here. Bases loaded. 0-1 count to Toklas. Brown just looking to get out of the inning with more damage done. 0-1. Just misses the zone. Evens things up. 1-1 here. On deck right now is Rocco Borelli. 1-1. Toklas. Looks at that one for called. Ball 2 inside. Drew Brown got ahead in the count, now behind. 1 here. As that gets away from him, heading to the backstop. Run comes across the plate. All runners advance. It is now 7-3 Alameda. Game is really opening up here. Merchants now up by 4 over Menlo Park. Count is 3-1. Base open at first. 3-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 4. A 5-pitch walk to Toklas brings up the 3-0 hitter, Rocco Borelli, the first baseman. There's an arm warming up in the Legends bullpen. It is Robbie Souter warming up in the pen, the lefty. Seminar
Number 22, Rocco Borelli.
talks things over with the pitcher Brown. It's for bad outing of the day. In fact, I think that will be his day. Chris DeBow waving over Souter. When we return, there will be a new pitcher in for Menlo Park who'll be looking to get out of this bases loaded jam. Welcome back in here. Alameda up by 4. It is 7-3 in favor of the Merchants, who are looking to bounce back after a tough start to their season. Got a win last night over Sonoma. Now up by 4, entering with is loaded, 2 outs, and Souter gets out of it. First pitch. So, 3 runs come across the plate for Alameda. It'll be 7-3 entering the bottom of the 8th. When we return, it'll be Avila, Smith, and Crawford from Menlo Park. Welcome in here. JP Avila to the plate. Had to double to start his day. No, that's not right. Had a single to start his day. Since then, right to reach base. This is his 4th time through the order. First pitch. It's called for ball 1. So it'll be Avila, Smith, and Finney. That is high, ball 2. The new man in is Tobin Cantrell. Villalobos gave a solid bottom of the 7th for no runs came across the plate for Menlo Park. Now, Tobin Cantrell looking to keep things shut down. Gets the swing and miss there from Avila. Brings the count to 2-1. So the Legends, just when you thought things were getting good for them, only down by a run. Top of the order coming up. 3, 4, and 5 coming up here in the bottom of the 8th. Then Drew Brown comes to the game, gives up a tough 3 runs. An unfortunate outing for him. Brings Alameda's lead to 4. It's now 7-3 in favor of the Merchants. Now Avila looking to get something started here. Full count, finds himself in. 3-2. Gets ringed up. Strikeout looking. cries a ball forward from the dugout, but home plate ump doesn't listen. Brings up Vaskin Smith to the plate. He can get the Legends back into the game with one pitch. And that could have been a good pitch to do so. A breaking ball in the zone. Called for 0-1. DeBow. There's a bit of a discussion between some of the assistant coaches and DeBow as well. DeBow now getting involved in the third base ump. One of the assistants just got thrown out of the game for Menlo Park. Tough to hear if you're the player. 0-1 here. Smith looks at that one, evens it up. On deck right now, the new man, Emmett Finney. His first time up against Alameda all day. As Smith digs in, 1-1. Almost clipped him there, brings it up to 2-1 now. Smith leads the team in home runs. Can maybe get the Legends back in here with one pitch. Swings at that one. 2-2. To Smith. Two pitch. Swung on. Hit the second. Weakly, and that will be the second out of the inning. 63 off the bat. That's not going to get you on base. So just like that,
First baseman number 29, Emmett Finney.
first two batters of the eighth both get out for Menlo. Brings up the new man, Emmett Finney, coming into the game. Joining the team a little later. His made decent impact so far, batting .300 on the year. Looks at that one for 1-0. 385 OBP for the righty. Digs in. Great pitch there. Evens things up 1-1. Cantrell been shutting things down here in the bottom of the eighth. 1-1. Almost hits him. Brings it to 2-1 now. Just pull the swing back in time. Finney just wrapped up a year at Chabot, where he was probably their best hitter. Led the team in at-bats. Basically led the team in average. The only guy ahead of him hit 500 off of one hit. And has some pop to his bat as well. 11 home runs, 10 doubles on 1,141 OPS. Looks at that one for ball 3. Loads up the count. 3-2. 2 out. Nobody on. Finney also led the team in strikeouts. The 3-2 to the Alameda native facing his hometown team. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout there for Finney. The Legends go down 1-2-3 when we return. Top of the ninth for Robbie Sauter on the mound for Menlo Park. Welcome back in here. Top of the ninth. Thames and who was a pinch runner in the 8th. Came across the plate for the first run of the inning. His first time hitting. We're facing Souter, the lefty. Digs in, first pitch. Finds his own, 0-1. Drew Brown's line for you. You pitched 2/3, 3 earned runs, gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, struck out 1. A tough outing for your home debut. Second pitch from Souter. Weakly down foul line. He will head back. Just left the field of play, 0-2. Souter this season, struggling a bit. Bo maybe just looking to build up the confidence here. Kind of pitching him in garbage time. It's from Santa Clarita. Goes to LA Mission College. One of 2 LA Mission College guys along with Michael Taylor and the pitching staff. It was a 3-pitch mix of fastball, slider, and changeup. That'll be called strike 3. It's calls that it hit him, but instead the home plate on brings him up for the first out. Brings up Frank Zapata, the catcher. Zapata has walked twice today. I mean, if you look at the scoreboard, both teams very similar in hits. Merchants have 7, the Legends have 6. The difference is the Merchants have been walked a lot by the Legends pitching staff. I mean, you look at it, 2 walks from Valle, 3 from Brown. Valle also had 2 hit by pitches. That's the difference in this game for, I don't know, it feels like it's something that we said a lot for these Legends. The count is now 1-1 to Zapata. Third pitch. Called strike 2. I mean, especially we saw it in the games against Walnut Creek. One and 2. 1 out, nobody on. Hit on foul. Count remains 1-2. Zapata fighting here against Souter. Tomorrow, the Legends will be playing the Sonoma Stompers. The CCL Showdown will be their first time playing the Stompers here at CSM. That'll be hit high into shallow right. And the catch is made by Watanabe. That's the second out of the inning. Souter pretty comfortable here this outing. A lot of pressure on him. The Legends already down by 4. He's just kind of got to pitch his game and just get the outs, and that's what he's doing. So as I was saying, it will be Thursday game for the Legends against the Stompers. That is called ball 1. The new man, Feliciano. And then it'll be Berkovich Honors coming in on Friday for a special game. It will be host family appreciation night. We'll also be having a little red, white, and blue dress up to celebrate the 4th of July that's coming up in a week's time. 2-0, 2 outs, nobody on here. Hit hard, foul, 2-1. Feliciano, this game, had a single last time around. Also scored a run. Before that, reached on an error. And looks at that one for strike 2, evens the count up. 2-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Steer batting .238. Couple RBIs and 1 home run. The shortstop has some pop on his bat. That is looked at for ball 3. Full count here to the lefty. Souter, the left-handed pitcher. The advantage here. You usually do see lefty batters struggle more against left-handed pitchers. 3-2. Hits him. Souter upset with himself. On the 2-out HBP, Feliciano reaches. Heads over to first. Brings up Blake Jacobs, the DH. First man on for Souter is allowed today. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Tomorrow, the Merchants take on the Foresters as the runner goes. He'll be safe at second for the 2-out steal. Also called ball 2 there. Foresters out in Santa Barbara in the South Division, 7-5 this year. Oh, Legends with this. Down 7-3 here in the 9th. Not ideal. If the result holds, that will drop their record to 9-5 on the year. Their second loss to the last base Merchants. That is hit. Shea makes the play at short. Doesn't throw to first. It will be a 2-out single here. Runners on first and third. Souter struggling to get the final out of the 9th inning here.
Now batting the second baseman, number 11, Jacob Orneas.
As it'll be 2 outs here for the second baseman, Orneas. First pitch, swinging, fouled off, 0-1. Souter, the West Ranch High School alum, looking to get the final out of the 9th and bring up the Legends lineup who are looking to make up 4 runs here. That is high, ball 1. Evens the count up. Count is even up. 1-1, 2 on at the corners. That is hit high into right field. Felch chases and makes the final out of the inning. So, 2 runners reach. No runs cross the plate.
And 2 are stranded.
It'll be Shea, Bilter, and Watanabe to the plate for Menlo Park. Welcome in, bottom of the 9th, 4 runs down are the Menlo Park Legends. Control remains on the bump. Kevin Shea to the plate. On him will be Evan Bilter. Shea shows bunt there. Pulls it back for ball 1. Cantrell last time up. He's down. 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 8th. Now it's behind here, 2-0. Shea, leadoff man, looking to get on to start something here from Menlo Park. We find himself down by 4. Third pitch, the backstop. 3 pitches, 3 balls. Cantrell having a pretty different start to the 9th compared to his 8th. 3 pitches, 3 balls for the leadoff man, Shea, who wouldn't expect to see a swing here. 3-0. Hits him hard. He's going to be feeling that one tomorrow. Pretty unfortunate for 3 pitches to get with 3-0 count.
Third baseman number 17
to get
Belter.
hit with a pitch. But brings up Evan Bilter. He's playing third base, usually an outfielder for Menlo. That comes into the game for Cannon Treese. First time facing Cantrell. And swings at that one in the opposite field. It will be dropping for a hit. Big for Belter. Runner will hold up a 2. He thought about going 3, but instead it'll be a no-out double. Runners on second and third. Watanabe to the plate. Massive hit there by Belter.
Now batting the second baseman number 3, Cody Watanabe.
Brings up Watanabe, who is yet to reach base, but has had a couple nice hits in. That got caught out. As that'll be a pinch runner in the second, I think. No, it will not. As they'll be talking things over. Watanabe at the plate. On deck is Caleb Hurd. We're in 21 this evening. So it'll be Watanabe to the plate. End of the game is Cantrell. Watanabe looking to get something going here with 2 on, nobody out, and a good first pitch there for Cantrell. Way to bounce back. 0-1. Watanabe. That time finds his own again. 0-2. Tough pitch there for Watanabe, who now finds himself behind. This season, only batting 63, 375 OBP though. Got a good eye on him. That'll be rule the ball. 1-2 here for Watanabe. He looks to battle back here in the count. Calls from the dugout getting louder and louder. 1-2 pitch to Watanabe, who holds up, brings the count to 2-2, evens things up. Watanabe fighting back against Cantrell, who got ahead. Now things are even. 2 on, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out here for the Legends, who find themselves down 7-3. Pitch. Swung on. Weakly to first. Watanabe could beat this, and he will not. Tagged out. But a run comes across the plate. It will be 7-4. The first out. Brings up Caleb Hurd to the plate. Hurd, catcher for New Mexico. Will be a new runner in at third. First pitch to Hurd. Catcher plays college ball for New Mexico, originally from Arizona. Looks at that one, 0-1. Heard the season batting .333. Joined the team a little later in the summer. Swings at that one. Oh, Chu misses. And just like that, this is a good bounce back here for Cantrell. One out here. Pitch. Hit. Going home. Hurd trying to beat the throw. He will be out at first. Another run comes across the plate, but it's now 2 outs here for the Legends. Brings up the top of the order, Logan Musey. Last time around, doubled in the 7th.
Left fielder number 23, Logan Musey.
1 for 1 on the day, looking to keep it up, and he must. 2 outs, nobody on. The Legends itching for something here to continue the comeback. 7-5. Hit hard. The second, unable to be fielded by it. He will still be out at first. That is the ball game.
That's the end of the ball game with the final score. The Alameda Merchants 7.
Alameda takes down the Legends 7-5. Alameda now on a bit of a win streak here as they carry that over into their game against Santa Barbara. Menlo Park Legends now on a 2-game slide, looking to turn things around tomorrow against the Sonoma Stompers. We'll have first pitch for you at 5 o'clock here on this channel.